Hi, my friends. I'm Morris Merriweather. I am the host of Straight Talk in Room 503 and also the author of Enough is Enough. And we welcome you back to the class of Straight Talk. Before we begin today, we need to call the roll and see who's present, who's looking out for public education. Let me start at this time. Are the parents here?
Absent.
Are the educators here?
Absent.
Where is the fraternities and sororities?
Absent.
What about the Board of Education?
Absent.
What about, my goodness, where in the world are the civic organization and the ministerial people?
Absent.
Is it anyone here that cares about public education? Do say so now.
Mr. Merriweather, they're just not here.
My goodness, we shall move on. Students that are concerned about public education, that's you. If you remember when I called the roll and those people was not present, they're not present when you go to school board meetings across this country. They're not present when there are proposals about public education. They're not present. But ladies and gentlemen, when it's time to be a private school for certain students, those people come together to make sure that they build the type of schools, the state-of-the-art school, the most effective teachers in the right place away from certain people and have those schools that would advance those students. Let's take a look at this. They continue to build prison for minority students. We are the minority that are most present in the prison system. We're the last one to get hired. We have a problem educating our students. When they get to the classroom in public education, they don't find people of color that they can identify with. They'll find female people of color, but not males. I think there's a purpose behind that. They don't see enough principals being hired that looks like them. They don't have a lot of superintendents look like them. They don't see board members that look like them. They don't see legislators who are making these rules in reference to public education that look like them. Ladies and gentlemen, you must identify with someone. You need to have someone to identify with. Now, we got to do different. When we look at private schools, which are being built in record numbers, they're building somewhere every day to build private schools for a certain segment of people. I just believe that God is not going to be happy with that. Because God said in his word that we are all built in his image. And why is it that we can't do what's right? So ladies and gentlemen, we have got to take a look at why more prisons are being built for certain people and more private schools are being built for certain people. It's nothing but the Hatfields and the McCoys or the have versus the have not. But holding down certain segment of people is a form of genocide. Ladies and gentlemen, we got to do better. Join me as we go further into this class. My friends, it's time for us to wind this class down. Clock on the wall says it's time to get out of here. But before doing so, let me leave you with this thought. I just believe that we need to somehow hold more teachers, administrators accountable. How should we do that? I believe that students should evaluate their instructors and the instructors should evaluate administrators. I just believe that if we continue to go along the same path that we're going on now, we're going to get the same results. You know that. Why, in Virginia State University and in North Carolina, I am told, and the information is on its way to my mailbox, that they have an evaluation program in the university, in the graduate program, in Virginia State, as well as in North Carolina. And the students evaluate their professors. When they take a look at their syllables, they know whether they accomplished that or not. In public education, we have standards that must be met. Then students need to know the standards. as we begin the class. And we need to know if we're not accomplishing those standards. It's time now that we do something different. It's time that we have evaluation of our teachers and our administrators. That is one of the suggestions that I want you to think about and take serious. Now, with that being said, keep that on the burner. But I have been your host, Morris Merriweather, the professor of Straight Talk in room 503. I'm also the author of Enough is Enough, The Failure of Our Public Education Spiraling Out of Control. I ask you to get a copy. Go to my website, www.morrismerriweather.com. Amazon, Barnes & Nobles, Books A Million. It's all there for you, ladies and gentlemen. We must do something. But the clock on the wall says it's time to close this class out. Thank you very, very much for coming by and visit with me this week. I'll see you next week. Call a friend and tell your friend. Let's find out what's going on in public education. Our friends, till then, take care.